Global Kids is about acquiring knowledge and developing skills.
At Global Kids, it's not like here's 10 sessions that you do and boom, you'll have global citizens. It's a process.
One of the things that drives Global Kids in its entire approach is experiential learning.
What is one problem in the world that you are most concerned about?
When we do a workshop, young people have to get together in groups. They have to learn how to cooperate. They have to learn how to communicate. They also have to learn how to listen to other people with different points of view.
One of the most beautiful things about life is respect, that if you give some respect, you will receive some in return. My name is Mohammed Malik. I am 17 years old. I'm originally from Pakistan, and I moved to the US in 2000.
Mohammed has been in Global Kids for 3 years, and he came to us through a program that we have at Long Island City High School. Throughout the years, he's become involved in our leadership program, the Undesirable Elements Theater Project, the Human Rights Activist Project, and he has really become an amazing public speaker.
The first moment I remember with Global Kids, it was so welcoming and I felt at home. One of the things Global Kids has taught me is confidence and to speak out what's on my mind.
What I love about Global Kids is that it really builds upon the kind of instruction that we expect every day at Long Island City High School in an after-school environment. So everything really works hand in hand and hand in glove.
My favorite experience through Global Kids, I went on a trip to Denver, Colorado. We were attending a fair trade convention on behalf of farmers in Nicaragua. What we were protesting for was that these farmers get the same share that the middleman does, who always made the most profit. And we wanted to make sure that those farmers could sleep at night knowing their children are not hungry.
When you're a global kid, one of the key skills you learn is how to be substantive about issues and how to express yourself vis-a-vis those issues.
We talk about global issues. We sometimes have action projects. We speak about how we can fix these issues. My name is Kafi Maver. I'm 16. My family's Jamaican.
Kafi joined Global Kids last year. She has just taken over in a really, really wonderful way in terms of the way she contributes to discussions. She's on our board.
A few days before Christmas, our project was to go out into the streets and speak to people about where they bought their jewelry and especially where they bought their diamonds, that these people specifically didn't use conflict diamonds.
A major dimension of Global Kids is the spur to action.
We don't want them to feel that they're victims to what's going on. We want them to be proactive. We want them to feel as if they have the power to make change.
I realized that Global Kids was having an impact on me because I usually tend towards quieter forms of advocacy. Making me do something that was so much out of my comfort zone, it really sort of strengthened my fervor for making things right in the world.
We're doing more training for other professionals who want to see young people develop into active and contributing citizens.
We're finding ways to take the work that we do and help other people understand that young people have the capacity and the interest in learning about international affairs and foreign policy.
I do think that everything that goes on in the world has some kind of impact on you, even though it might be occurring half the world away from you.
My name is Nafiza. I am 17 years old. I joined Global Kids last year and I was in a program called the Virtual Video Project.
Nafiza started off as a participant in our leadership program and really became more and more involved in Global Kids through our online leadership program.
The online leadership program at Global Kids uses the latest digital media to support urban youth to become global leaders and develop the necessary 21st century skills that they need to be successful in both school and the workplace. We do that through online games, online dialogues, virtual worlds, social networks, and whatever the next thing's going to be down the block.
We feel very strongly that young people need to be exposed to sophisticated technology.
We made 5 PSAs on social issues and 1 short movie on child soldiers in northern Uganda.
We've been so successful online. We're a major presence on Second Life, where we probably touch 1 million kids.
We bring people together who have vastly different points of view.
When you're a global kid, when you look at something, you can see it in more than just black and white. You start seeing the blues, the purples, and the teals of everyday life. My name is Alan Marshall. I'm 17 now. Both my parents are Spanish from Panama. I got involved with Global Kids through my high school, which is actually the High School for Global Citizenship.
Alan's really an amazing young man, and we've seen him grow so much over the past 4 years at the High School for Global Citizenship.
The process that they've gone through here has really gotten them to think just a lot deeper about some of the issues they see instead of just taking it from adults. When we first had our class of 9th graders, it was very apparent to me that they just had no idea what global citizenship was. And it was actually exciting to realize that creating a high school meant that you had 4 years to create a global citizen. These students that are, making noise in the hall right now are going to be making noise in the United Nations and even shaping it in the future.
A number of our students have had the luxury of being able to go to the Council on Foreign Relations on a regular basis.
They're meeting with extremely informed experts, people who are really shaping policy.
For 3 weeks, he hosted us. We discussed foreign policy. We listened to speakers who work with the United Nations and other global organizations.
Their questions are, I would say, roughly of the same caliber as the questions that I hear by the members of the Council on Foreign Relations.
We went on trips. One of the best ones was the one to the UN. We got to see Ban Ki-moon.
The kids are developing this really positive, powerful insight into what's happening in the world. And that happens because Global Kids is there with the kids and working with them and showing them and teaching them.
When we see how connecting them with global issues can animate them and empower them, that's what Global Kids is about.
So many people call our generation the generation of apathy, and it's so sad to hear it. So I think it's good that we're learning about these issues so we can take action.
The thing that Global Kids probably wants us to get the most out of this experience is responsibility, because it's easy to have an issue and say, oh my God, that's horrible, those poor people. But everybody can say that.
One of the things that Martin Luther King once said was, in the end, we will not remember the words of our enemies, but the silence of our friends. So if today we're silent, I think tomorrow nobody's gonna come for our aid.
When I look at Mohammed, Nafiza, Alan, and Kofi, I can't help but feel hopeful and inspired.
I'd like to be the Secretary General to the United Nations. Sounds great.
They remind me of my younger self, and they bring me back to believing that we can change the world.